How's your Victory Garden growing? Hey Provident Preppers, I'm Sam, and I'm gonna address the elephant in the room first off. I'm filling in for Mom today because she's got the Rona and she doesn't talk so good right now. And but sometimes it's nice to get a break from her talking, if I do say so myself. So anyway, today we wanted to take an updated look at some of the Victory Gardens. We got some new chicks over these last couple of weeks, and they're gonna make a great addition to our flock. They've almost tripled the amount that we had in here already. We gave you some looks before from Amanda from Texas, from Vanessa from Michigan, and from Kristen in Canada. And so we're gonna start it off. We're gonna go to Amanda's Victory Garden and see how that's going.
Hi Jonathan and Kylene, this is Amanda in Zone 8A in the Dallas, Texas suburbs, and I'm going to give you an update on my garden. So I have my potatoes over here, they're dying back, so they're just about ready to harvest, and my tomatillos are doing well over here as well. My Spanish peanuts, not so much. I did end up moving some tomatoes over here, and I see they're kind of having a rough time. The heat has just been so intense. It's been over 100 degrees for a couple weeks now, so things are struggling big time. My blackberries are blooming, so hopefully I'm gonna get some more blackberries over here. The garden area, just take a look at this arch. Isn't this beautiful? I am so impressed with how this looks. It makes my heart smile. I did plant some watermelons over here. My banana plants are doing amazing over here. I have some basil, and just take a look at all these melons. I have different varieties. I have some Kajari and some Sharon Tice melons. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And then I have on this side Armenian yardlongs, which are a melon but taste like a cucumber. There's lots of those. My strawberry wall, the strawberry plants are doing okay, but I'm not getting a lot of strawberries anymore from this wall. I think it's just gotten so hot. My green stalks, I have in this one mostly peppers and tomatillos. And then I have herbs in this one. And strawberries, I do have a few strawberries on these plants in this green stalk. And I have a watermelon over here. My grapes, they are starting to turn red, which makes me so happy. They're not huge grapes, but this is the first year that I've planted them, and they were supposed to be 3-year-old plants. So hopefully next year I will get more grapes off of them. I have potatoes and some peppers over here and some more tomato plants and watermelons in the back. I'm getting lots of peppers. This one's turning red finally. This is the Mamma Mia Roscoe pepper. But I do have jalapenos, and I have jalapenos, which are like jalapenos but not hot. Right on red, I have some peppers on here. Oh man, this thing is just growing. This is a spaghetti squash that I planted. And I have, of course, my tomatoes. Of course, the heat is just rough on all these tomatoes. I have lots that I need to harvest tomorrow morning. And the newest addition is my apple tree, which is not looking great. So I'm a little bit sad that it's not looking great, but hopefully it'll bounce back. I know this heat is intense. The old garden bed. So the last time I had lettuce and spinach in this bed, but now I changed it to corn. And I know I have a top on here, so that makes corn hard, but I've been trying to just poke the tassels through it, and hopefully it'll still work. I do have an ear over here, ear of corn. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this garden update.
Hi, this is Vanessa from Vanessa's Nook. Today I'm going to give you a quick tour of our garden and our orchard. Over here you're going to go ahead and see our tomatoes, and we have a couple pepper plants and 1 jalapeno plant. But between this and the other place over here, we actually have 30 tomato plants. And we did actually go ahead and took chicken wire, and we're gonna tie the tomatoes up this year because I'm very horrible at tying up tomatoes and they just go crazy. So hopefully this will work and we can actually replace it with something better next year, but we didn't want to spend the extra money this year. Okay, and this is our potato garden. I don't know what kind of potatoes this is. I don't remember when we planted them, but our potatoes were starting to sprout, so we planted them, and we thought if they work, great. If they don't, great. Meanwhile, I think we're gonna have some potatoes. And this right here is one of our apple trees. This is a Macintosh apple. This tree is about 4 years old, and if you can see through here, I mean, there are just a lot of apples, and I'm very proud of this tree. There's two smaller ones over there that it's not gonna give us any apples this year. Our peach trees, I believe this is the second or maybe the third year on these. And as you can see, there's just tons and tons of peaches on both of them. Last year, with the early frost that killed the buds right after they came out, we got 2 peaches, and the ants got to them before we could actually harvest them. So no peaches last year. Okay, this is our zucchini in our pepper bed, or excuse me, zucchini and cucumber bed. My husband tried to do this for me a little bit today, and I'm gonna have to go back in a little bit closer to the plants to actually finish weeding it. But it's very hot here in Michigan, and it's very hard for me to get out here in this heat to do this. But we've got 3 tomato plants over here, and then we have our tiger lilies over here. So anyways, if you can, definitely grow a garden. I mean, this year obviously is a little bit harder for me. We got sick, I got a trach, and I didn't think for sure I was even going to be able to have a garden. But here I am trying to do the best that I can to have a very small garden. So if you can, definitely grow a garden, try to do everything, and I look forward to harvest season.
All right, so now we're taking a look at Kristen's garden. And as you look at this first picture, where it's late winter, you can see that she's kind of put it to bed before the end of the season. And then as you take a look at her spring pictures, and then the picture from just a couple of weeks ago, you can see how all of those preparations and all those measures that she took, those finally paid off when she's able to have a successful garden. And as a lot of you know, we have been working on this Victory Garden since this spring, and it's been pretty amazing. We have some amazing things growing. Everything's really flourishing pretty well, which we're really happy about. And now for the question of the day. What are you doing to ensure that you have food when times get tough? Comment below, and thanks for being part of the solution.